Right. So happy yoga and welcome, 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 welcome. So I started this morning. It is Mother's Day. I just say that if you're watching this at some later time, but today's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. Be you mother or be you not. You know, we all have, yeah, be you grandmother very soon or grandmother right now. All of that is just like, you know, it's that the chain. And, you know, if we go back to and honoring the grandmothers and the great grandmothers and, you know, in the native traditions, there's that look 7 generations behind and 7 generations forward. And everything you do is for that 7th generation coming after you, whether you have your own children or not. We're all in a line. So it's just to remember that. And so here, you know, just setting up my grandmother, my Dutch grandmother, not really Dutch, from a country called Suriname in South America. So she made this maybe 5 years before she died. And so I love that. I brought that in, and I have my other grandmother. I bought her this shawl about 10 years before she died, and she wore it every day. It was her shawl. And one time I had it, and when she was almost, you know, in declining state, I was holding it. She goes, "That's mine." And in my whole life, I never heard her say, "That's mine." So it's beautiful. I keep this with me everywhere. I have this, and then I'm just drinking my tea. This is my mother's mug. And every time she comes here, she threatens to steal it back, but I never let her. So I've just brought this into. And if you have anything, you know, you want to bring into your practice today, just to honor the mothers and, you know, be they still on this earthly plane or not, you know, it's all, we just honor the ancestors and we honor what's coming after us. And okay, so I did choose a card too, and I also want to say, oh, and your daughter just came in. Happy Mother's Day. That's so nice. Okay, so for this practice, guys, we are going to mother ourselves in the most beautiful, luxurious way. We're just going to be our own mothers and treat us, you know, like a mother treats a babe. And so with that thinking, I chose this card. Each one of us is uniquely beautiful, like a snowflake. You're incomparable. Love and honor yourself. And, you know, if you are a mother and you've held that baby in your arms, and no matter if that baby is like 30 or whatever, however old that baby is, you look at that child every day, that each one of us is uniquely beautiful, like beautiful, like a snowflake, like one of a kind, you know, and your mother held you in her arms and she looked at you the same way. Like, you are uniquely beautiful and you're incomparable and nobody is you. Right. And so that is the message of Mother's Day, to remember who you are. And if you think back to your ancestors, you know, I say, like, you are your grandparents' greatest dream. You are that. And some of you here are grandparents or about to be grandparents. And like, that is like, I can't even imagine what that's like. I know it's very different than being a parent, and just watching that, you know, the continuation of of your ancestors and all of that. So we'll just take that into this Mother's Day practice. So we're going to start by creating a throne to sit on, because, you know, let's elevate ourselves. And okay, so I'm just going to move my little altar stuff out. And you can set this up beside me too. And so we're going to take your two blocks and a bolster and a blanket, and you don't need any dogs. So you know how we set up? We set up sometimes when we lie on the bolster and we put one down and one up. So lowest height, second height. And I'm just going to do that facing you. And then I'm going to just lay the bolster over top like we do. So if it was sideways, it would look like this. Okay. Okay. So then we have that. Put the bolster, and then we'll take a blanket, or if you have a carpet, maybe you don't need it. This is just to make it nice and soft for your legs. Okay. So once you have that, then you're going to sit on it, and you're going to find, like, a comfortable way, maybe on any of those block heights. And if you like Virasana, which is one of my favorite ways to sit, then the feet are just going to go either side of the bolster. And as I come back, you know, I have that high block I can sit on. I can move to the lower one. So you choose what works. And, you know, this is just a fancy way. You could also just be sitting on your bolster and be fine. Okay. All right. So just give you a moment or two to set yourself up and just make it comfortable so you feel like your hips are elevated. Yes. Okay. And then, you know, it is a gloomy Sunday. It's snowing and everything. So if you like to add a covering, then make it nice. Do you want a blanket?
Okay.
Okay. And then, you know, I also have my heating pad here, which I think is like such a nice yoga prop. And I'm just going to put that in too somewhere. And so you know, if you have your heating pad handy, that's a nice way to mother yourself, you know, like a warm hand on your back or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. And then just drop in once you're here. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. Your eyes close. And just as we do at the beginning of yoga, take a few moments to bring your own presence, your own awareness into you as you are. Sitting supported, feel your body, your hands resting, fingers resting. Feel your legs heavy. Just feel yourself, you know, connecting to the earth. And as if your legs, your hips, anything that's touching the floor or resting on props can melt into the earth. Just imagine yourself dropping down to the safety of the mother, and to the support of the mother. And let that feeling of support just surround you. Just imagine, you know, you're being held. Just by the energy, by the earth, by your presence, by your breath. Rest your eyes. Just be in the stillness, in the quiet. Allow your head to drop, chin to drop, eyes to drop, jaw to drop. Just feel your head just descending, maybe the neck getting longer, the shoulders dropping. Notice how the body compensates. And staying in this bowing and honoring. Bring your palms together and bring the length of the thumbs to rest at the center of the forehead, just to rest there. Keep your head bowed. With great honoring and devotion for all the mothers in your life, all of that energy, be it masculine, feminine, we can all be mothers. We can all be fathers. Today we honor the mother energy. Feel it within you, and then press your thumbs into the head as you inhale. Bring the head up as if you are acknowledging that mother energy within you. As you exhale, release the hands down in front of your heart with reverence, with grace, with dignity, with presence. As you come here to nurture and nourish, to be mother, and into this sacred space, friends, we will Om 3 times. I think I'm going to change the word Om to mom. And we'll say mom. So inhale. Bowing your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, open your eyes. And let's just stay here for a moment. Just drop your gaze to the floor, drop your jaw, be aware of your hands, not doing anything, just resting. Good. Start to smile. Bring your hands together, just right in front of your heart, and keep the palms pressed together. Just turn the hands so the fingers are now on the opposite arm, and just start to massage your way past the elbows, upper arms, maybe all the way to the neck. You know, it might go that high. Just massaging, and as you come back down, the palms come together, will just change. So you just turn the hands. Drop into your breath. If you want to close your eyes, you know, there's nothing really to see, and go ahead and do that. And we'll just do this a few more times. This activating, you know, this protection mudra. This, you know, it's that warm up, or I'm nervous, I'm scared. It's all of that. You know, we just bring in this nice massage to the arms. Let's do one more switch, whether it's the same side or the opposite side. And then bring your hands back to just rest the way they were before. You can keep the eyes closed or gently open. Take one more breath here. Okay, so we're going to release from this sit into downward facing dog, if that is there for you. And if not, then, you know, you just can come and hug your knees into your chest on your back, or anything else that you would prefer is totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to imagine that I still have this prop here. Maybe you had yours in the middle of your mat. And so I'm just going to put mine back in, and I might move it up a little bit. Then for downward dog, I might be able to rest my head on this bolster. I'm just going to move this hand out of the way. If that works, you know, if it doesn't, that's fine. But resting the head in downward dog, so I'm resting right at the hairline, is a nice way to soften, you know, your thinking mind. And put a little pressure on this part of your forehead by the hairline, and open the backs of the legs. Okay, so if you're bending your elbows and your knees to get there, and maybe that's okay. You know, I was going to say, find a different place or don't worry about the head, but if you're doing that and you like it, great. Let's take a few more breaths here. Beautiful. Okay. And from here, friends, we're going to move into child's pose. So if you're on your back, hugging your knees, you know, you can stay there, or just find this. I'm going to use this little prop situation, and maybe I'll take the blanket and fold it, and I'll put the blanket down low so it maybe supports the belly, and you'll kind of move it around. So as I come in, I get this nice little support. Oh, this feels good. So take your time, and then you're going to mother yourself in this pose. So once you've figured it out, take your time, adjust your props. You need a blanket between your hips and your heels. That might be lovely. So yeah, so you can take, and I'll just do that with you. I'll just fold the blanket to a little height and then just pop it in. So that might be like sweet. And you might want 2 blankets. You might want more blankets underneath your bolster. So that's what I mean. Take your time. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my grandma's shawl here and just cover myself with it. Okay, so are you comfortable?
I'm never comfortable in child's pose.
Okay, so if you know, Hart just said, I'm never comfortable in child's pose. I want this to be a comfortable place. We're going to hang out for a few minutes. And so if you're just struggling to be in this child's pose, then just lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest, or place your feet on that bolster. You know, you can just have the knees in. Find a comfortable way to just bring the knees a little closer to your chest. Yeah, okay, good, good. I'm happy that Hart's here so you can see. It's not a comfortable place. It's not a comfortable place. Okay, but right now I'm very comfortable. I hope you found something that works where you can be in this, like, you know, it's child's pose. So imagine, you know, you're a child. And if you're on your back, you know, just give in to that beautiful support beneath you. Find a way to soften whatever shape you're in. Just soften yourself like a sleeping babe. And if you're in child's pose, as I am, then again, receive all that support you've put into place. And feel yourself really being tender, tender and soft. Even imagine yourself, you know, looking at yourself here and recognizing, oh, how beautiful you are. How sweet and tender and soft, filled with potential. Let that potentiality be felt in the flow of your breath. Okay, if you're in child's pose, and your head is turned one way, I'm just gonna turn your head the opposite way. If you need a stretch in the middle, you take that time because we're gonna be here for about a minute. So do what you have to do. And just rediscover your sleeping babe pose, however you are. Rest with tenderness, and with sweetness, the sweet flow of your breath. Staying as you are, just honoring, you know, this moment of quiet, stillness. You know, if you remember when the baby takes a nap, or you've been babysitting and the baby takes a nap, that feeling of, okay, everything is fine now. You can relax. This is my time. Okay, so just before we move on from this pose, feel your breath deeply. If you're on your back, maybe you feel the breath pressing into the floor. If you're on child's pose, you might feel the breath into the back. And then knowing we're all in our own comfortable space, then just as if you're, if you remember a baby waking up, or even your doggies waking up, and there's always a stretch. So from here, I'm going to stretch into downward dog, just as a way of releasing. And wherever you are, find your own way to kind of come out. And we'll just meet in seated whenever you get here. You can sit on your bolster prop if it's still there, or just sit however you like. Just take a few moments to just revel in the repose. So stretch out however you like. Wake it up. Move your ankles, your wrists in some way. And then find a way to give yourself like a really big stretch. So maybe that's arms and legs over, just stretching them away. If you're in downward dog, you find a way to really get long. Good. Okay, I'm coming down to sit. Sit in any way you like. Whenever you get here, maybe you're here already. So let your palms face up. Just coming back to these hands resting. And your eyes can be closed or just gazing at the floor. And I'll give you a few moments. Whatever works, be in the in between place. Maybe it's like the toddler face. Okay, we have a dog that's a toddler. Yeah, okay. Be with your breath. And, okay, and just gently, let's bring the hands together at the heart. Bow your chin, this great honoring and devotion. Feel your breath here. And then release your hands back down to your thighs, lifting your chin and opening your eyes. Okay, I'm going to stay with this prop, but I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm just going to take out the back one. So I just have one block in the middle. Comme ça, make a little teeter-totter. Okay, and then you'll decide, I'll show you the pose. So I have the block on the lowest height here. I might put it on the second height. All I'm going to do is just sit, legs. I'm just going to lie over top of this. And so here you might want to throw a blanket in between your arm. That might be really nice. And you might want a blanket underneath your hips too. So I'm just going to lie over top, and we want to have this block. So I didn't really have it in the perfect place for me, but I'm going to bring it down a little bit so that I feel I'm getting this crescenting. There we go. So the body's crescenting. So I have the block. Here it's about bottom of the ribs, abdominal. Just feel like you're getting an opening. And you don't have to take the top arm over if that's not in your wheelhouse. You could also be supporting your head if that's better. Okay, so we'll just find that opening here. And so like I said, I'm probably going to put my block on the second height so I can get a little bit more. Yeah, so give the heart just, I just heard her go, I'm going to try that. So if you like that, and then we kind of did this in class the other day, and a little bit of rocking side to side. I'm not saying it's super pleasant, but it is a way to just get in. So if you want to start with that, and then, again, we're going to be here. So once, you decide what you want to do, I'm going to bring in the heating pad because it's here. So it's fun. And then I'm also going to just cover myself too. If we were in the studio, I would do this part for you, the covering. But today you will take good care of yourself. Okay, so however you're in it, take your time. Find what you need to support your head. Your legs. You can also, I had the legs, first of all, just bent. If you want to open them, like we've done that, you might take the top leg over, back leg back. You can just be, you know, open and curious. And then that top arm can come over if that's there. Just be in a, pardon me, you know the yoga's working. Just be in a place where you can close your eyes and be comfortable. So, you know, if something doesn't, you're straining or you're working too hard, just give yourself permission to find, you know, maybe 50% of what you might do normally. Thanks for the first, maybe, you know, another 5-10 breaths. Just being kind. So if the top arm wants to rest on the top hip, that's lovely. Okay, so I'm assuming everybody's here. Well, I'm actually going to take that top arm and drop the hand behind the back. So the back of the hand is just facing the back, and then I get this nice little neck stretch here. And let's invite in all of that sweetness, the softness. You notice if your head or your chin is tucked a little bit, maybe you can adjust your head and just find a little bit more space between the chin and the throat. Like a sweet sleeping babe, a little smile, you know, sharing a nice thought of nothing, just the sweetness. And just melt yourself in here. We're here for another few moments. Be with your breath. Okay, so we're here for another, you know, a few more breaths. And I'm going to take that top arm now and just reach it over the head. Just get as much length here for the next few moments. Breathe into everything you can. With the sweetness, the softness, and the invitation to bring the breath into all the places open. Okay, and then we're going to slowly come out. So you find your way with the legs back, whatever you need. You might turn to the floor and slowly walk your hands back to come up. And once you come up, we're just going to sit again. So however you want to do that, friends, is fine. You know, just take a few moments here. Rest your hands again. Quiet hands. And just honoring the mothering, the nurturing, and the care. And bring your hands together at your heart and bow your chin. Honor the mother within. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of you. And in doing so, you create for yourself what you need. And inhale. We'll release the hands, lift the chin, and we'll move to the second side. So I'm just going to adjust just so I'm not, I don't have my back to you, but you just go ahead and set up with your hip on. You're sitting at the edge of the bolster, and then, you know, you can adjust that blanket however you like it. Adjust the block however you like it. Okay, so it's very close to you. Just tilt her down, find it, and take your time. You know, first few moments, is this a good spot? Adjust my legs. And then just to get in, once probably easier to find it than the first time. I'm going to start again with just this gentle rocking over the block. This invitation, like I said, it's working. Invitation to be here, to open, and then do what you need to do. A blanket underneath between your arm and your head might be very nice. So do that. If that is good for you, you can put that blanket anywhere. So I just put it on top of the bolster now, and then the arm has a little lift. And be playfully curious with your props. And then once you're in, you can open the legs if you like. The top leg can extend out, the back leg can walk back. And then mother yourself, tuck yourself in. Find a way to make it very sweet. And then drop in. So I'm going to start with the arm over just to get things going. Get it open, feel into anything that's a little tight. And after a few moments here, I'll bring the arm back. So it might just rest on the top hip. That might be just perfect for you. Let the shoulder release, or take that hand and just drop it behind your back of the hand, facing the back, just to open the shoulder, the neck. Just creating. You have created the space to let go of any tension. And just like the mother, everything is going to be okay. All is well. You don't need to worry about that right now. Just rest here. You are supported and you are held, deeply loved. You are so beautiful and so unique. And just rest in the comfort of all of that truth. All of that truth. Let your breath be so relaxed. And just acknowledging any place you're still holding a little bit of tension. And start to smile as a way of letting your whole self know all is well. And it's that smile of the mother who knows best. And of the trusting babe. And for the next few moments, I'm going to take that arm back over my head. Just be in the extended breath space. Beautiful. Okay, let's take one nice big breath in and let it go. And gently, lovingly, find your way out again, like you're just being very quiet and still. And as you come out, you feel whatever it is you feel. And we'll come back to our sit. Maybe you change the cross of your legs if you're cross-legged. Just rest in idle, resting hands. I have this memory of one of my grandmothers was always in the kitchen, and maybe you have one too. Was always creating, cooking, cleaning, everything with her hands to make things nice and loving. And, that's how she showed her love. So here with these resting hands, it's a way of honoring all the work of our mothers, our grandmothers, and so take a big breath in, friends, and let's bring those resting hands together at the heart. A way of holding in all of this love and gratitude for all of the mothers in our lives. And for yourself as mother, whether you're male, female, have had children or not. You have that nurturing, loving energy. It's been passed down to you, embedded into your bones. Okay, lovingly release these hands. Go palm down, lift your chin, open your eyes. And so we move to goddess pose. So that is Baddha Konasana, this goddess pose. And I'm going to use this same prop, but I'm just going to pull it back to the end of the mat. I'll go the other way. I'll switch it around. So I'll set this same thing up just as we did at the very beginning, with one block on its second height and one block on the first height. And they're going to be, what is that? I don't know, 6 inches apart. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. There they are. Okay. And you can also go higher. If you need more support for your back, then you're probably going to put the blocks on the higher of the two. So I'm just going to go lowest here, but you'll do whatever you like. And then we're going to support the legs and the thighs. Oh, I'm going to put the heating pad on because that's a nice thing to do. And then you'll take 2 blankets and just roll them up. Place one on either side of your bolster package. And if you have another blanket, okay, then you might want a support for your head. Okay, so that would just look like that. Okay, so then I sit behind the bolster, soles of the feet together, and take that blanket roll and just put it, it's going to just support either of the legs. Okay, and then I'm going to take that blanket, we're going to cover ourselves. I'm just going to turn and face you as I do this, just so you can see. I'm going to take and just tuck it under the feet all the way so that the feet will stay together. Just we'll tuck ourselves in. Just tuck yourself in like that. Yeah, so the feet are supported, your knees are supported. We have this open hips, open pelvis, open belly.
Do you need the blanket?
No, it's fine. Yeah. Oh, good. Hart just said he had 3 blankets, and that's great. If you have 3 blankets, awesome. If you have 4, then you have 1 for each leg, 1 for your head, 1 to cover. It's all good. Okay. Oh, I have a view of the snow falling outside and the budding trees. It's very exciting. The potentiality and the covering up, the confusion, right? But we know that this confusion that's happening outside the window right now will, be a memory in a day or 2. Okay, hopefully you're very comfortable. You lay down and you just went, let a huge breath go. Is that great, entryway in. Okay, take your attention to your hands and feel the backs of the hands resting. If you're able to put the blanket you have covering yourself, rest the backs of your hands on the blanket, that might feel really, really nice. Just lay these hands, let them rest, the potentiality, the creativity there. You have nourished and nurtured and fed and supported so many in your life. Work done through your hands. And so just spend a few moments here with your awareness to the energy in your palms, the resting, curling fingers, as if they're just holding that potential. And feel that the wings, the arms, the hands, the fingers, the shoulder blades, all are an extension of your heart. These are your wings. These are your wings. You are nature. We have this trifecta in yoga. I am something like you. I am nothing like you. I am exactly like you. And it's this great reminder that we are not separate. Even though we are all deeply unique through our hereditary, links and traits, and all of these things have been passed down to us from the mother, from the father, grandfather, grandmother, great-grandfather, great-grandmother, all the way through. 7 generations before you are embedded within you. You feel these great gifts, these unique traits, the things that make you uniquely you. You are the dream of your grandmothers, the dream of your grandfathers here. You are beautiful. You are love. Feel your great wings resting in your heart, open and being filled by all that you are and all that you embed and send and share and teach down the line. Now, friend, as you are resting here on your back with your idle hands, your still body, by taking this time to rest and be quiet, to feel your breath, what are you offering the generations that come after you? You are teaching, exemplifying, showing that this time to be quiet and still is important. It's not something that is taught, perhaps if you think of your grandmothers, your grandfathers, how often they did this. Your mothers, your fathers. And as practitioner, how important this time is. Feel into that which you are practicing and doing is being embedded into your very bones and being. Let this be the gift. Rest into your stillness and your quiet. You stay in your rest exactly as you are. Just tune into the flow of your breath. And imagine that this breath is happening just at the inside of your spine. So where the spine is to the inside of the body, the part you can't touch and feel. Just bathe this with your breath. Imagine as you inhale, the breath is moving down from the top of the inside of the spine all the way to the tail. And as you exhale, you feel that breath travel up and out. Using the floor, the bolster, whatever feedback you have here. Just very much tune in to the breath, massaging and bathing the inside of you, right? The inside of the spine. Imagine you can touch this place with the flow of your breath. Once you feel you have that, then stay with that breath as much as you can. And notice if tension gathers in the forehead, the hands, the shoulders, the jaw. And keep the breath along the length of the inside of your spine. Soften the third eye, the jaw, the tops of your shoulders, and your open palms. Okay, so we're going to move into a guided yoga nidra shavasana. And I'll explain that in a moment. But for setup, if you love as you are, you stay as you are. You want to stay on the bolster and just stretch your legs out. Go ahead and do that. And the third and fourth option is going to be to come up to sitting. And we'll turn around, lie on your back, and have your legs on the bolster. And you're just going to wrap the legs up. The fourth option would be to set yourself up in any way you like legs up the wall or anything you like. So stay as you are, stretch your legs out. If you want to turn around, lie down, put your legs on the bolster, and just wrap them up with your blanket so they stay together. And put your socks on, whatever else you like. I have a sleeping dog, so I'm just going to stay here. But whatever works for you is great. So take a few moments, friends, decide what you like. Make it very, very comfortable. Let's give you a few moments. If you like an eye pillow to block out the light, if you are in a room that's very well lit, you might like that. Okay, so the way this yoga nidra is going to go down this morning is I will just name body parts and just, with the loving touch of a mother. When I say a body part, you might just repeat it in your head, bring your awareness there and let that place, melt a little bit more. So that's what it will be. Make it very comfortable, very warm, very nurturing. Good. And we'll just take a few breaths as you are. You want that to be a nice big breath in and a sigh it out, exhale, just to drop you more deeply in. So we'll begin at the third eye. Third eye. So stay there for a few breaths. You might even be able to feel like you can breathe in and out through the third eye. Right ear. Third eye. Left ear. Third eye. Base of throat. Right shoulder. Base of throat. Left shoulder. Left elbow. Left wrist. Left inner palm. Back of the left hand. Left thumb. Left index finger. Left middle finger. Left ring finger. Left pinky. Left inner palm. Left inner elbow. Front of the left shoulder. Base of your throat. Center of your chest. Back of your heart. Back of your neck. Top of right shoulder. Right elbow. Right wrist. Center of right palm. Back of your right hand. Right thumb. Right index finger. Right middle finger. Right ring finger. Right pinky. Right base of the palm. Inside of right wrist. Right inner elbow. Front of the right shoulder. Base of your throat. Center of your chest. Back of your heart. Center of your back. Low back. Low belly. Left hip. Left thigh. left knee, left shin, center of the ankle joint, heel of your left foot, sole of the left foot, spaces in between the left toes, top of your left foot, whole left leg, center of the left hip, entire pelvic floor, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right shin, center of the right ankle, right heel, sole of the right foot, spaces in between the right toes, top of the right foot, entire right leg, soles of both feet, crown of your head, back of your head, muscles of your face, third eye, entire body, stay in your stillness, rest in your stillness, honor the rest. Children need their rest, no matter what age they are. Honor the rest. Honor the stillness. Honor the space. Staying in this restful place for as long as you like, as long as you're able. If you feel you're ready to come out, and let it be so loving and so nurturing. Even as you get to a place where you hug your knees in, you might rock a little bit side to side, just like a new babe being rocked. And gently soothed. And as you move into the fetal position, just remember you're on a height with the bolster as you roll over, if you're still on it. And resting in that fetal position, this Child's pose on your side. As you honor the journey of your life, the journey of, the life cycle, and then the rebirth and reawakening as you move to seated, after coming out of this. It is like a rebirth. It's a reawakening. You can sit on your throne if it's available to you, or any way you like. Just be in this space of honoring and of nurturing. Take a few moments, just feel your own divine nurturing. And if you wish to put a hand on your heart and one on your belly or one on your back even, and just feel this great loving support that you have offered yourself. This is a great gift, a gift of rest, of recalibration, rebirth, renewal, refreshing, reawakening, reclaiming. And then when you're ready, friends, just bring your hands together at your heart, bow your chin with great honoring, devotion, compassionate kindness. And we'll just take a moment and just send out this divine energy that you've cultivated for this past hour that you're feeling into. Send it out anywhere you like. To those that are not with us, that we're not with, to our loved ones, and to maybe even those that we have not yet met. And we'll seal that with our May We Be Blessed mantra and one Om. You inhale, grow tall, lift your chin, and exhale this breath. Inhale fully. May you be blessed with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be healthy, and may you be happy. Seal that with one Om. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath, and then offer it to yourself and anyone else who's around. And then we offer it to each other. Great love and honoring. Happy Madres Day, friends. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Sunday. And thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so much love, so much love. So much love, mamas and papas. And see you guys soon. I can't get up. She's so asleep.
Bye, guys.